what was your impression of Nick? It had been a while since he'd been in there. Just the way he commanded the huddle and kind of took control of things today.
Well, Nick is who he always is. He was a great force for us today. He took command all week starting from Wednesday on, and he goes out and balls, and that's who he is. We're very, very confident in his abilities, his understanding of what we do. He's been in our system for a long time, and he's had success when he's been in there. And we like I said, we have all the confidence in the world in Nick, and he showed exactly why today, because he just keeps plugging along and he keeps making plays for us, and a testament to him and his preparation, and how lucky we are to have him, sitting behind Jimmy. I don't think many teams can be that confident.
A few of the guys in there, Mike, have talked about the confidence you guys had after your really strong week of practice. Could you describe the source of that confidence and how it materialized on the practice field and leading into today?
Well, I think it starts, first of all, with our head coach and the way that he commands us and commands himself at the beginning, just starting from meetings on Wednesday morning. And then once you hit the practice field after hours of install and confidence in the game plan and what we've been preparing for to get ready for practice, and then you can just hit the ground running. And they threw a lot of different wrinkles at us that we weren't really necessarily expecting today with different fronts and loaded fronts and a lot of players in the box. But it was a game in which we knew that it was going to be our techniques versus theirs, and when that kind of matchup happens, we're very, very confident in the scheme that we have and the position that we're put in from our head coach from top to bottom to execute and get it done.
Mike, I think Jerick McKinnon is kind of underrated as a blocker. I know he was out there in key places for you today. Can you talk about what he brings to your blocking scheme on offense?
Well, he's certainly great in pass protection, and all of our backs are. It's a certain thing that Coach Bobby Turner takes a lot of pride in, and that his room, they don't just tote the rock, and I mean they're the best in the league at that. But they do all the nitty-gritty work as well, and they stick their face in every protection that we need them to. They'll be, at oftentimes Kyle will scheme up things where our halfback becomes our lead blocker out there, and so it's a testament to the way that those guys work, starting with Bobby Turner and then the rest of the whole stable of guys that we have. But Jet is the prime example of that, and the way that he's so versatile in what we do. I mean, Jet we use as a receiver, as a lead blocker, as a ball carrier. So, I mean, the guy does everything for us, and it's so cool to finally see him materialize on our team, because there's not many better people out there than Jerick McKinnon, and the work that he's put in over the last of a grind of 2 years to have 3 straight games with 3 straight touchdowns is pretty cool.
Hey, Mike, it seemed as the game went along, the offensive line today really found a level of cohesion, both run and pass blocking. I'm wondering how that progression has gone early in this season in the big picture, considering that there was no preseason, and if you think that might be the reason why some of the pass blocking, I think, is taking a little longer to get going this year.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily if it's taking longer or whatever, but we get put in certain spots, and you're right. You got to knock the rust off, and you got to see game reps, and that's just that's a thing that it's really hard to get done when you don't have an off season, you don't have things like that. But I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing well. I think we're stacking days in and days out of practice. We're getting better each week in the games going on. It's been because of what we were able to do last year. Defenses are really not. They're not doing what we see on film most of the time. And so we have to adjust mid-game, and I'm proud of the group that we have and the 5 of us and then our 3 O-line coaches, and then an extension to Kyle and Mike McDaniel of the adjustments that we're able to make mid-game that allow us to start capitalizing as the game, because that's a testament to who we are and what you want out of an offensive line, is that the more the game goes on, the more the game keeps going, the more wear and tear that you put on them, and the stress that you put on them, because you keep fighting, because your technique's more sound than theirs, and you play as a unit. And I think we've done that as a whole over the last 3 weeks, and we've done enough to get the job done. And we got to keep building on it for sure. There's still too much nonsense going on out there that we got to clean up. But after that's done, I think the sky's the limit for our group, I think.
Hey, Mike, Kyle was talking about maybe it took a couple days to deal with the fallout from last week as far as the injuries.
but he felt extremely confident based on your week of practice that, I don't know if you expected 36-9, but something like this could happen. Did you have the same sense of kind of where the team was?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we won big last week, but it certainly didn't feel that way. When we came off the field and you lose guys like Nick and Solly for the year, and then you lose Tevin and Raheem and Jimmy and all that kind of stuff, it takes a toll on you emotionally because it's not, as much as we are teammates, we're friends first. And that's what you root for your guys to be healthy first and foremost, and then you root for the success after that. And but at the same time, there's still a job to do, and we're all professionals, and we all understand that it's a part of the sport, as unfortunate as that is. But we have a team here. We have guys from top to bottom of our roster that are capable of excelling on the NFL football fields, and I think it showed that today. We had a lot of guys step up in a lot of different positions, and that's what gets you excited. That kind of brings the excitement back, even though, yeah, you're hurting because your friends and your teammates are done for the year, but you're so excited for the opportunities that other teammates that you have get to continue to compete, and the confidence that's instilled in us from our head coach of them being able to compete for us and have an opportunity. That's kind of where the energy comes from as the week progresses on. Did you enjoy that video? Make sure to check out these other ones.